It's Accountech Bytes, bringing you the latest news and views from around the world of accounting technology from a dining room in Bristol. I'm Tom Herbert. Let's talk tech. First up, it's a terrifying cybercrime landscape out there, and while there's plenty of general information about how to keep yourself safe, what we are lacking are actual case studies, so people who have had these experiences willing to come forward and talk about how these scams actually work. So a huge thank you to accountant, practice owner and friend of the show, Alex Falcon Huerta, who spoke to me about a scam that affected her. So cybercriminals stole 53,000 from her Revolut business account. She goes through how it was done, and also the lack of protection and lack of action afforded to her by Revolut. So thank you to Alex. You can read all about that story via a link in the description to this video. And I also talk about it on our latest podcast, the No Accounting for Taste pod, where we also talk about the HMRC U-turn on its helplines, tax advisor consultation, and there's a bit of farming chat at the end. So do check that out. Search for Accounting Web wherever you get your pods. What's next? Xero Go. So the Kiwi cloud developer has announced that its entry-level mobile accounting app, Xero Go, will be retired. So existing users have until 12th of September this year to download the data or move to another system. Quick update on Free Agent. So thanks to integrations with its parent company, users of NatWest, RBS or Ulster Bank business accounts can see their tax calculation and invoice details within their banking app. Nice one. You didn't think I'd stop talking about the Festival of Accounting and Bookkeeping, did you? Well, I've taken 2 sessions from there about practical ways that accountants can use ChatGPT now. So the wonderful Billy McLaughlin and Heather Smith were both talking about it. So I've kind of taken 10 takeaways from their talks. So things like interview prep, email tone, Excel, internal FAQs, work schedules, and I've stitched those together. So thank you to Billy and Heather for that. Quick ring on the AI gong, don't you think? Excellent. And many of you watch this video on LinkedIn, and apparently they're planning to add games to its platform. Won't someone think of my productivity? I guess LinkedIn is owned by Microsoft, who also owns a bunch of gaming companies as well. Over to Crime Corner now, and an Australian techie has been jailed for getting into the accounts payable system at the National Maritime Museum and popping in his own bank details. It's a classic fraud. Probably should be in a museum itself. And speaking of crimes, this is pretty heinous. As a chartered accountant who, on anonymous confessions account, Fesshole has admitted that they pour half a cup of instant coffee in their mug, take it back to their office and transfer it into a jar. Unbelievable. Over to Excel Corner now, and the new chief at Formula One team, Williams, has been appalled to find out that their team has been using Microsoft Excel to manage 20,000 car parts that are involved in the build and maintenance of their car. As Kevin from Ars Technica points out, I don't know much about this leader, but I gather he hasn't worked in IT. Use the meme. We use a database management system. Be honest. I am being honest. Which one? Excel. Classic meme. Love that. Also in Excel news, Andrew Moss, so my Excel muse, has brought back the memories of the classic Nelly hit Dilemma, featuring former Destiny's Child Kelly Rowlands. Do you remember it? For that. Anyway, Excel aficionados will remember there was quite a stir at around the 3-minute 13 mark when Roland flips open her smartphone. Was it a smartphone? Yeah, well, I guess a 2000, early 2000s version of a smartphone to reveal a text message written in Excel. Here it is. Wow. Anyway, she's been getting a fair amount of flack from it, but Andrew Moss busts that myth. It wasn't actually Excel, it was a pre-installed program called Epoch Sheet that ran off the phone's operating system, but it was compatible with XLS files. Anyway, Rowland has just done an interview about this, and yeah, it is funny. I mean, the interviewer brings up the fact that you possibly would have been able to send an Excel message by linking it to the internet.
No, the tech at the time.
I just love it.
What he said.
Anyway, one thing that you definitely should care about is the fast-moving world of accounting technology, and you can keep up with it via my Thursday email. Just pop your address into the box, let the yellow button do the work, and I'll see you next week.